Yours is quite pretty. You should cherish it. A mortal has but one, although she wears many. Little is said, but in time, all is written, in forests of grey or in barren canyons of earth. And when the night draws its curtains on twin suns, all that is left is nothing. And when the night draws its curtains on twin suns, all that is left is nothing. All that was is hollow. Tell me, my lady, of what do I speak? Correct. You understand then that to wear many faces and to be without a face is the essence of life, and only in death do we return to the one. But that was then. Such limitations do not apply for those who turn the dead into the living. Perhaps you would like to volunteer that lovely face of yours for a makeover, before the worms decorate it with freckles? If you wish to hear my credentials first, then know that I am a disciple of the hollow-faced men of Nohotogra and the witches of Devil Rock. Yet, I digress, for what you require first is a name. I am Yetrail, a sculptor of the dead. I am returning to Morrowind from a 50-year pilgrimage across the deserts of Valakir. I spent 40 years in the service of the Hollow Faces, learning the bending of bone and the dance of flesh. I spent another decade studying under the ancient covens of Devil Rock to study the art of bestial transformation. When I finished my training, it occurred to me that those who ply their trade in deceit could use my services, so I decided to return to Morrowind. Yet the Morrig tongue is no more, and the guilds are as brittle as the undead. Skin changers, flesh dancers, the tribe of the wandering faces. The hollow-faced men of Nohotogra go by many names. Like the chirurgeons of Cloudrest and the slave sculptors of Ayleid lore, they are masters of the art of molding flesh. Yes, as their existence is as much folklore as their abilities. I trekked to Hammerfell, unsure if my steps were made in vain. Isn't it obvious? How can I be a sculptor of the dead without dead people to sculpt? I appreciate your willingness to help. Yes, you may be able to assist me. I am not in need of a fresh corpse, but an old one. You see, upon entering Skyrim, my carriage was sacked by a group of bandits, and I was relieved of some personal effects. Foremost among them was a male hip bone widened to resemble a female's, crafted by a body sculptor. One of my former masters kept it as a souvenir, an oddity one puts on a desk to start a conversation. However, as a young apprentice bored with magic, it became the very catalyst for my life's pursuit. As my skill improved, I gravitated toward the more difficult arts, the more delicate flesh, none more so than the faces of the undead. Yet it all began with that single sculpted hip bone, one given to me as a parting gift when I left for Hammerfell. As the bandits unloaded my belongings, I overheard one of them discussing his future plans. Something about setting up camp overlooking a sleeping giant. His words only confused me, but perhaps you will be able to make sense of it. Excellent. I look forward to having my items returned to me. Some are dear to me for sentimental reasons. Others are vital for resuming my practice. And I assure you, if you do this for me, you will be handsomely rewarded. Safe travels.
Do you like bones, friend? I like bones. You're welcome to touch mine. That's my collection over there. I like to look at them when I sleep. It's like a big puzzle. There's so many types, and they all fit together. No, blood makes bones slippery. A good bone is clean, white, dry. I killed some bandits the other day. They had such nice bones, and not just inside them. Oh yes, I've gotten quite good at it too. Can't build a tent or start a fire, so I let the bandits do it. I kill them while they sleep, and then I take their bones. I hoped you would ask me about my bones. I have all kinds: orc spines, elf legs, and little chicken bones you can wear around your neck. The hands are made from a khajiit, I think. A lot of sand in the joints. The fingers are fun to look at. So many little bones. I also had a nice set of hip bones with me too, but I don't know where they went. They were really nice bones, but something was wrong about them too. By Ysmir, they had a weird shape. No, not at all. That's what they're there for. Although most times I just marvel at them. Every now and then, I put them together. Just don't get cute and mix human parts with the elven ones. That's an insult to the gods, and I won't stand for it. Hips are my favorite. Shaped like a butterfly, except they aren't made of butter, but bone. Oh no, you can't put a price on bones. That's just wrong. All right then.
Don't be afraid to put on a brave face. Marvelous. And with minimal damage, I see. Although these stains are rather curious. In any case, you have my thanks. The item was incredibly dear to me, as are you for returning it. As such, you have certainly earned your reward. I must say it is most handsome, but it was not always so. This orc skull has been carved to resemble a human. It is by far one of my proudest achievements as a sculptor. I filed off the tusks and contracted the jaw using techniques practiced by the ancient Yokudans for binding feet. It was a passing fancy of mine to sculpt orcs into humans before I found my true calling as a sculptor of the undead. When my name is known throughout Tamriel, this skull may be considered a priceless historical artifact, a symbol of the road I was taking. You won't. You can't. Such is the skill and care I put into sculpting it. My only regret is that this orc no longer lives. For his skin would tell you his true ancestry, even if its bone structure did not. But do not fret. I am sure Skyrim is home to at least one shopkeeper who is discerning enough to recognize its worth. Safe travels.
I'm right behind you.
Turn back. Too late. What are you still doing here? Let me guess. You're here for the treasure, aren't you? Just like all the others. It's a long story. You ever heard of Ethereum? A rare mineral used by the dwarves. Supposedly, they had to build a special forge, the Ethereum Forge, to even work with it. The items it made were so powerful, they went to war over it, and the forge was lost. Or so the story goes. I spent my life tracking down that legend, until my damn apprentice stole everything from me, and published it all under his own name. And now I can't rest. Not until I have proof. Something to show the world what I discovered, what I did. That my life mattered. But it's hopeless. I died here, just like all the others. Turn back. Turn back before you become the next victim. Maybe so. Then again, I thought I could too. I'm not going to talk you out of it, am I? I know. I was just like you once. Well, if you want to reach the summit, you're going to need some help. You want a hand? All right, lead on then. journal, would you? We're going to need it. Since the quake, this place has been pretty unstable. Watch it.
Be careful.
See that thing? Dwarves call them kinetic resonators. I don't see them very often. At least not among clans in Skyrim. Falmer up ahead. Damn things are like flies. No matter how many you kill. It was even more impressive before it all fell to pieces. Look, there's a chest in there. Door's sealed tight, though. Here's where I fell. Feels like ages ago. Hey, there's my bow. There, out on the log. I wondered what happened to it. we go.
By the twin moons.
Watch out!
Hey, watch it!
Hold up. We need to talk. You know what this is? It's a lock. A tonal lock. Simple and very, very deadly. See the resonators up there? Strike them in the right order, and the door should open. Get it wrong and, well, you've seen what happened when I tried it. Yeah, I thought I was prepared for anything. How can you prepare for a damned earthquake? And that was just one trap. Look around. Who knows what else this thing is capable of? Well, you can pick up where I left off. My notes should still be in my journal, if you can read it. Beyond that, well, maybe one of our predecessors still has a clue. Still has a clue.
Still here.
See if you can find a pattern in the sequence. Most of these books have patterns. is it? So, it is real. Let me see it. Look, on the edge here. This has been cut, precisely cut. If you had another piece about the same size, it would snap right in. I saw a drawing of this once. This shard, it's part of a key. A key made of pure Ethereum. The key to the forge. We have to find the other pieces, of course. There should be, 3 more. One for each of the 4 cities that worked on the forge. I had a map in my journal. That's where we should start. We still have to find the forge itself. I had a lead on that too. There's so much to do. I'm going to head out and start tracking things down. We'll meet again. I'm sure of it. For the first time in a long while, I think we may actually be able to do this. And I owe it all to you. Thank you.
Khajiit guards your back.
I used to wander the corners of Skyrim like you. I miss those days. I do. There's a freedom the roads give you that the Stronghold does not. But I have a place here, and I wouldn't want to dishonor my clan by leaving again like some young pup. Me? I'm Borguk's brother. I came back after serving many years in the Legion. By then, Borguk had already become chief, and he welcomed me home as family, not as rival as is tradition. I did. I was known as Gorbish Gordushnik in those days, in honor of my homeland. Many orcs leave the Stronghold to join the Legion. They welcome our skill in battle and smithing, and we welcome a chance to see the world. I couldn't. It would dishonor the place the chief has made for me.
If you wish to trade, wait for the sun to rise. He is our creator and master, the Daedric Lord of the Sworn Oath and the Bloody Curse. Malakath teaches us to honor all words with action, to demand blood from your enemies, and strength from your allies. He watches over all orcs as his children, a truth those who leave the stronghold are quick to forget. All right, then. Is there any...
We honor the bravest fighters, but I have seen many types
If you wish
of
to
bravery
trade,
in my
wait for the
travels.
sun to rise. Until next time.
I'm right behind you.
I am Borgux. What now? This better be good.
What? Take a look.
Merble knows many poisons and cures if you need them.
I helped my mother. The air is good today. I welcome. Brother Umar is a strong warrior.
The hunter does
I
not
look forward
welcome
to
the
fighting
blood
him
of
for
his prey.
chiefdom one day.
He waits for it.
You speak to Borgug, Chief of Dushnik Jarl. How about a test? Your muscle against mine. The victor gains 100 gold coins from the loser. This will be good training. Let's go. Come on. Let's see. Never should have. You want a real fight, eh? You're not worth it.
What is it? It will be done. Is that all?
You need steel? Speak to my forge wife. There's nothing more I can teach you. Yes, I earned the right by slaying my father in single combat. One day, I will have a son who will challenge me when I become too old to lead, and the stronghold will have a new chief. Until then, I alone have the right to have wives and children. It ensures our strength. The Code of Malakath. It is both tradition and law in the strongholds. Break the code, and you must pay blood price. The code is not written anywhere. It is known and carried on by the orcs, and all who live in the strongholds follow it. For an outlander, following it is simple. Do not steal or attack anyone in the stronghold, or be ready to pay in gold or blood. It can't be helped. Until next time.
You are taking us somewhere warm, I trust.
Still here.
Follow.
What's the hurry?
This stronghold respects strength and strength alone. What do you want? You speak to Borgug, Chief of Dushnik Jarl. Yes, Mother. I'm eager to prove my skills today. I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? You need steel? Speak to my forge wife, Garl. Need a point? How about a test? Your muscle against mine. The victor gains 100 gold coins from the loser. This will be good training. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of. You want a real fight, eh? That's all. Fight well.
If anyone sneaks up on us, I'll smell them
Still
coming.
here.
Or
As you wish, my
I might
thing.
not. You're taking us... Head on, then. I will keep an eye out.
Need a poison? How about a test? This will be good training. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of. You want a real fight, eh? Fight well.
Khajiit guards your back.
I've got your back.
If anyone sneaks... We follow them.
You speak to Borguk, Chief of Dushnik Jarl. Need a point? How about a test? This will be good training. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of. You want a real fight, eh?
I'm right behind you.
Until next time. You speak to Borg. How about a test? This will be good training. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
You're just gonna stand there and take it?
That it? At your best.
You're just gonna stand there and take it?
I'll show you a real fight. That's it? That's all you got?
Drive that snow. Come on!
Enough! This ends now!
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
You bested me, an orc chief. Impressive. That you have. Here.
Still here.
May your next fight bring you victory, friend. You already know all that I know.
I've got your back.
Yeah?
I am Borguk's.
I used to
favorite
wander the corners of
No,
Skyrim like you.
Praise.
I miss those
Or-
days.
Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Fight well.
Need something?
What's the hurry?
Hey, watch it.
Yes. All right then.
This better be good.
I work the forge with my mother, Garl. We mine our own ore and shape our own metal.
Are you looking to work? The mines are nearby. You use it right, and you won't feel a thing. Occasionally. But an orc blade is a very personal thing. Anger, regret, pride. All these things are put into our steel. When my daughter Lash chose to leave the stronghold, I forged a sword to channel all my shame and grief. Honor me with a task, Outlander. Bring the sword to my daughter if you see her. It'll be all she needs to know. Thank you. Oh, you're mine.
I am staying out of this.
I'll have your head broken.
I'll skin you alive. I'll show you a real fight.
Still here.
If anyone sneaks up on us, I'll smell them coming. Or I might not.
Still here.
Ah, a visitor. Word travels fast, it seems. As fast as time flies. Which makes sense, given that they're both a type of bird. No doubt. You came for the Argonian known as Two Tails. I am he. Impossible. You speak to the first hero of the Fourth Era. blessed by the divines with a great and ancient power. With it, I will vanquish a great evil that has returned from centuries of slumber, and now threatens the very fabric of our world. That's right. You would have guessed it had I not told you 2 seconds from now. I am Dwarvenborn. Dragonborn? Do I look like I have wings? No, I have horns and feathers and walk on 3 feet. Just like dwarves. Besides, in war, fire is best fought with fire. And you don't bring a dragon to a dwarf fight, not unless it's Dwarvenborn. Nothing else can combat the infinite armies of Mazenok, the God Eater. Your worst enemy and your best friend, as you are nothing but a dog to him. And like a good doggy, he's going to make you fetch dirt, then bring it to the surface while his army of centurions flog you with brass whips. Mazenok aims to devour the gods, at least the ones that live underground, and in doing so, propel our world into chaos. But as it is written in the Histbark, and inscribed in the assortment of spoons I keep in my pocket, all is not lost. For there is one that even the mad dwarf and his legion of machines fear. In their tongue, I am known as Thuammerdzin, Dwarvenborn. They say he was a gifted dwarf, blessed with the ability to craft, repair, and if need be, marry machines, simply by touching them. Some even say he learned the way of the voice, that he could direct his spiders to sweep the floors by issuing a simple 3-word command. Something like broom floor sweep, or beep boop bop, or insert tube here. You know, common phrases of the machine tongue. Then, one day, while renovating an old cave, he came across a magic scroll written inside a tube of fungus. Inside was a 100,000-year-old prophecy, one that foretold what already happened 75,000 years ago, at the dawn of time. It told of the age of the Soup People, who flowed through the underground rivers of Nirn like hard, creamy magma, and were extremely delicious. It warned of a day in the distant past when the soup would turn cold, so cold it congealed. These jelly blobs and their scabs would be what they've become. The early beginnings of man and beast. I told you they were delicious, didn't I? Seems that's reason enough. Only what the gods foretold. They say Mazanok will come from the west, charging down a mountain, led by an avalanche of metal boulders, spheres. Behind them will be the mad dwarf himself, riding in a steam-powered war carriage, pulled along by dwarven mammoths. They say when Mazanok makes his charge, the ore veins across Skyrim will melt, and the rivers will run bright with metal. Only the Dwarvenborn possesses the power to stop him. From here in the Eyrie, I can watch for his descent, as well as create a strategic barrier to protect myself from his spies. I was fishing near the coast of Nibben Bay in Cyrodiil when I saw a bearded mage standing by the bank. In his hand was the ugliest fishing staff I had ever seen, but when he raised it to the sky, a massive island rose right out of the water. On it were rocks, chiseled into the shape of dwarven heads, only they weren't rocks, but cheese. Then, waving the staff around some more, he conjured 3 beggars to eat away at the cheese rocks, from its mustache down to its chin. Their efforts revealed a secret portal, a gateway to the Dwemer homeworld. Curious, I followed him into the bay. I swam, he walked. I trailed him to the edge of the shoreline, just as he was about to enter the portal. Then he stopped and turned in my direction. I was hiding behind some brush, but I could have sworn he winked at me. Turns out there was just something in his eye, specifically the arrow that I shot in his face for winking at me. Wabba. What? It's a fishing staff. I had a hole in the end with which to catch salmon. In fact, I could have used the staff to catch twice as many fish, if I were a fisherman and not the one true savior of Skyrim. But first, I needed to step through that portal, which I had no problem doing. I didn't kill a man and 3 beggars to get more salmon. It's the only place that's completely safe. Mazanok has his spiders everywhere, hiding in the dirt like 8-legged mud crabs. They're out there right now, burrowed in the mud, not 40 paces from where we stand, using the grass and the weeds like an insect's antenna. Only these antennae aren't like the kind you find on a bug. No, attached at the end are magical listening spheres, painted white to look like flowers. Cotton balls, fungal pods, tulips. His eyes and ears are everywhere, searching for the one they call Dwarvenborn. Conversely, There isn't a section of wall or piece of dwarven metal that I haven't blessed with my machine hand. It's completely quarantined. As Dwarvenborn, I possess what is known as the machine hand. Simply by placing my palms on a device, I can disable it permanently. I am now on a great quest to place my hands upon as many dwarven machinations as possible, so that I may render the God Eater's army inert. It doesn't matter if it's a broken spider or fully operational Centurion. One touch from my machine hand, and no smith can repair it. Unfathomable. I am a hero, the champion of Mundus. You dare insult me by suggesting I raid dwarven ruins like a common bandit? I'll raid them like an uncommon bandit. You know, the kind that says please and thank you, and hates the predicament an unfair society has placed him in. Goodbye.
Your dick. Yes. We're warm, I trust.
Tidings.
I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you.
Be careful.
We have found a cave. I don't think there are warm fires and friendly faces inside.
Still here.
You're not supposed to be in here. Stay away from it.
It got your back.
Colorful.
behind you.
What was that?
This is the end for you. Be careful. What was that? You won't live to see tomorrow.
brought me here, stole my tower, hid her, chew her bones. Let me out, kind meat. Because you are such a nice Breton, yes. Oh, yes. You all look the same. Ah, you have a pretty staff. Help me find Petra. Wring her neck, pluck her eyes. Take my prize staff. I just want my tower back. Do you like my pretty tower? Yes, Count Orson. Let us go up. I'd Pirka on the way. Press only middle button. Clever trick, yes. Nobody ever thinks of the middle. Careful here. There's a trick to this. The trick is to not bleed to death. And there's a lever too. You traitorous crows, die! Petra, curse her eyes! Live in my tower, roost in my home. Mix pretty poisons and collect shiny eyeballs. Yes. I spit on you, dead sister. Petra. Yes. My staff. Take it. Kill something pretty with it.
I'm right behind you.
Be careful.
Still here.
Whoa. Look at the colors.
Don't mind me. I'm just here to help and clean. You want...
I want the sellswords out of my mind. If the Forsworn aren't attacking my town, the Nords are trying to force me off it. Robbery is what it is. The Silverbloods are trying to muscle in on my land. A Forsworn attack the mines, and suddenly all these sellswords show up to hell. They won't let anyone work until I sell it off. You can try, but I'd keep your sword arm ready if things get ugly. My family has owned Karthwasten for generations. Rare for anyone in the Reach that isn't a Nord. Not that it does me any good. Nords think I'm working for the Forsworn. Forsworn think I'm working for the Nords.
I work in the mines. I hunt. Everything else I do is my business. So that's it then. Don't come back. Thank you. Here. You honored my mother's task and should be rewarded. Now, I need to be alone.